Hello dear, today we are going to talk if I were a beginner, how would I start learning English? This is what I would like to share with you, some of my tips with you, and might be would be more useful for you if you would try to follow into your daily life. Actually, being a beginner is very hard and tough, and like you feel more anxious sometimes to talking with somebody. You're a more reserved person. You feel like right to talking with them, and when you would like to feel more confident, and that's long time to arrive there, and so for that you have to be consistently practicing a lot of things that you've been hearing from different videos. But today a bit different. I'm gonna share with you very interesting thing. Before starting, or when you are a beginner, before you're starting to learn English, there is always first important thing is to have a reason why. There should be always why. Just started learning English it is not right way to do that. I will suggest you find your why. Once you find it, okay, you want to learn for travel English, or for business, for work, for academic, or for going abroad, right? Or you want to speak English because this is very necessary in your daily life where you are living. Okay, so probably there are many different like reasons might have. So, and then firstly you are going to start is this. As a second tip, you have to always, like, if I can talk, I would always start with basic sentences. I would never learn single word. If I were a beginner, I would start from single phrases, not single words. So rather than learning step by step words, I will always prefer to like, how are you? I'm fine. How have you been? Where were you? When you will come? Why you weren't there? So many basic sentences. I will try to understand them. I will try to practice them. I will try to take my phone and I will start it to record them. This is one of the best thing that I did a lot. I used to do. So starting to record them, and you are going to be a second person to reply the same thing because you have asked. You are going to double roll about this after learning some phrases, because if you are a beginner, of course you don't know more of the answer of them. I'm talking very beginner. If somebody is talking, where have you been, or what are you up to, this is something hard question for beginner. We are very beginner when, so we will understand the meaning. I think I would not suggest, but when you are a very beginner, you don't know anything, so you prefer to translate into your language, right? So this is also often happen. I prefer that it should be okay if you would like to translate in the very beginning of your learning. That might be complicated for you to understand, but I think you can try it, this one. So this is all. I think you have to learn very simple phrases like vocabulary with expressions to start speaking. This is very interesting thing that you have to learn dialogue. And the second and the third thing you have to follow is find a very basic like grammar. For example, if I were a beginner, I would start with 3 tense. First of all, basic grammar sentence structure. After that, I will start the first tense is this present, past, and the future. I started to learn them. I will start to make that structure. I will learn the structure formula. What is the first form, what is the second form, and what is the third form. These are basic things. What is the first person, what is the second person, what is the third person singular, what is the third person plural, right? So we have to learn all of them. I would learn these things first of all, and then I will start to learn some basic verbs also with this, because verbs are very important. Which verb? Regular and irregular. It's very important to understand if you want to use past tense. So if I don't know past tense, I would not be able to do that. You can use it if you don't know past tense. Maybe you are able to use that I did speak. I spoke instead of I did speak. Maybe you will say that If you are a beginner, you don't know the second form, the speak, spoke. This is irregular, right? So you can't say speaked. So it might sound very, very like incorrect and not very sound cool, because this is not absolutely nice. A wrong word, speaked, we never heard, and that's wrong. So I will learn these basics thing as a beginner first of all. These three things as I just mentioned. And the fourth thing, I am trying to install some kind of applications. Of course, if you see, there are numerous applications. You find Duolingo, Memrise, and Babbel, and I think Rosta, etc. Lot of. But I would not try to start with these things. I will try to start application where I will meet with somebody. I will talk with them. I will chat with them. I will speak with them. This is all I prefer. The fourth thing, the fourth tip, because I started to talk with somebody in audio or voice chat, I will say, "Hey, how are you? I'm good. And what were you doing yesterday? And what you're going to do? What are you going this weekend?" So I will start to speak this sentence with somebody rather than with application. They have fixed or when robot kind of sentences. I would not prefer that. Never. That's a different preference. That's why I'm telling that you should try a little bit my way. I hope you will find it very like progressive thing. We just started to go with people like real life English. This is application you find below description. The link is below description. And Being Raised, this is also good application, is which is a free to talk with anybody in audio. And there are a lot of various application on my channel. I uploaded, and now you have some like ChatGPT, same like they've created by OpenAI tools, which you are able to talk with somebody as a tutor, like who would be like you, front of like this. Its name is Patricia, something like this. The link is also in the description. So I will try to take these applications first of all to speak with them. This is all I think my tip for you to follow. And the next thing, I start watching some videos on YouTube. Maybe this is very nice to listen some like understanding the listening of English, the comprehension. I start with cartoons, very basic, interesting cartoon, because cartoons are interesting. Always I will try to listen those things that are gives me interest, right? So after doing this, I will go some podcasts, maybe audio, books, something like this, and not like a very advanced, just a simple. And I will always try to turn on the subtitle to understand much better and learning new word. This is all I'm telling. If I were a beginner, and I will start some kind of thing that I shared you, and then finally I will start reading, because reading stories and reading some really nice basic books, which I will be able to understand the sentence structure, how sentences are made, how is the meaning of them. So these things I will try to comprehend first of all before I will speaking. I mean, before I will go to watch or read very hard advanced book. Uh, Reading hard book will make you boring, right? Reading advanced book will make you boring, and you will never like it, because if you get bored with study, you will never enjoy that, and you will never improve. The progress come if you are very, very passionate, or you're very, very fascinating with the thing that you're doing. So be interested, then you will love it. Learn in a fun way, not in a boring way. Okay, choose them. And I think finally I will try to start to talking in person people if I have somebody, or I can talk myself with camera and mirror. This is all very simple tip I gave you, very simple. And I think there are nothing else. And I will keep doing these things that I shared with you for up to 2 or 3 months, and I hope I would improve completely within 2 3 months, and I will be able to speak it, because the thing I just shared with you, it 100% work, and I suggest you have to do that. Thank you so much. Love you guys.